Hey, family, welcome back to another episode of the Saturday Sit Down, hosted by myself, Miss Erin Bull, and my very beautiful best friend and co host, Miss Lovey McPherson. I have to say the whole thing because she hates
Right.
for
Why
me to
you
say
gotta
it.
say my government name every
So
week?
that's
Why we
why I
got to
have
do
to say
this?
it. Yeah.
Hey, how are you?
I'm yet holding on. I'm yet holding on. How about you?
I'm good. I'm here. I'm tired.
Girl,
Hmm.
what black person ain't tired right now?
Right. Emotionally and physically.
Child. Ugh. So, yeah, it's been one of those weeks. It has definitely been one of those weeks. Um,
Hmm.
so yeah, I took the day off today. Like I released
Oh,
I
wow.
released my 2.5 hours. I just needed a break, you know. And then, we talked about mental health and depression last week. I thought about it. I've been ripping and running for almost 2 weeks straight with not a single day off, not a late day even, and I was like, okay, I need to take my own advice. So I did.
Well, and that's when you happens when you making that money, honey.
I know. And, I had to think about it, that, I'm coming out of unemployment, like I said. So I think I was just trying to really play catch up, and like that's not really a long-term solution. Like there has to be a balance. You
Hmm.
have to have a break and be able to give yourself a break, and
You
I,
do.
I just had a lot going on.
You
But
do. I am content says hello. Hello.
oh, oh, there we go. I wasn't even on the comment screen. Sorry. Hi, content. Thank you for joining us. All right. So let's just get into it. Let's start with Breonna Taylor and the lack of justice. Like drywall is more
It's more important
valuable.
than a life.
So the cop did not get charged with any bullets that were aimed towards her or hit her, didn't get charged with her murder, anything like that. He got charged for hitting the wall. So the wanton endangerment was for the family that lived on the other side of the wall.
What is there to say? I have nothing other than I got attacked by a drumper today.
Oh Lord. So, last week the family received a $12 million settlement for wrongful death,
Hmm.
but there are no criminal charges for that. Wrongful death, but the charges are for a wall. A wall.
Hmm.
I mean, how are we supposed to feel about that? How black women supposed to feel about that right now? Black people, you know.
Exactly how we feeling now.
And you've got people on a daily basis, oh, there's no systemic racism, there's no racism, oh, and then those people talking about, oh, she shouldn't have associated with such
Oh
and
my
such.
God! Listen. That was part of the attack that I got by the frumpers today. Okay, she shouldn't have been involved with somebody who was a drug dealer. Okay, look, sir. Okay, she can we talk about present day? She was not with him.
That was her ex, perhaps that was the reason that she left him. Do we know that? You know what I'm saying? You Because it's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? You start dating somebody, you get to realize what they really about. Oh no,
Mhm,
I'm
mhm,
out.
mhm,
I ain't about that life.
mhm, mhm.
And so because you formerly associated with that person, that's your baggage.
Right. And then the argument is always, well, the boyfriend, he shouldn't have shot. Okay. So you telling me that if somebody run up in your house, you wouldn't have done the same thing? Okay. Miss me with all that. I
Hey,
got oof,
yes,
oof.
yes, baby. Like, yes, I'm exhausted. I'm angry. I don't even know like where we go from here. These arguments that people are trying to make to justify this, like how, Sway?
Mhm.
How? How
Mhm.
can how can a jury find grounds for a settlement for wrongful death?
Do we know the makeup of the jury?
No, I don't. I don't. But
Mm.
a jury could find fault, but not criminal responsibility.
Can I just say that I'm happy that my sister left the force. I'm
Congratulations,
so
Tasha.
happy. Oh my gosh. I when she called me to told me that she's like, I'm done. I was like, yes, praise God.
Okay, we
Okay.
can we can look. Here's her black card. You can return it to her. I was holding it for her. But I mean, I really like. Okay, where are we going from here? Just I okay. So only certain people should exercise their Second Amendment. If you have associated with a criminal in the past, or you or somebody that is discovered to have had a criminal history, that's now your weight to bear. That's reason for you to die, well, even though you're no longer involved with them. I
Mhm.
mean, she was asleep in her own home with a different boyfriend, a new boyfriend. You know what I mean? The person that they were looking for was already in their custody, in their jurisdiction. You
Mhm.
might have got a pass if it was out of state, if he had been arrested for some other charge or whatever. He was arrested for that charge
Mhm.
that
Mhm.
y'all busting that house for.
Mhm.
And they talking about, oh, the boyfriend, the one that she was there with, had warrants. Baby, they weren't there for his warrants.
Right. They then threw every excuse in the book to try to cover this up, and it makes no sense. I don't care how what other kind of way that you spin it, it's not gonna make sense. Hell, we gonna all be convicted on someone else's actions and behaviors. My ass will be locked up or dead right now. Cause I didn't
Okay.
mess with plenty of drug dealers, okay? I didn't
Okay.
I
Where
didn't
you
hold
from? Where you from? You got heart. You know what I'm talking
right. I didn't
about?
hold some weight around town before, okay? I didn't roll dirty. I didn't did all that. So I should be in jail or dead myself.
According to what they have to say.
Right. Yes. Daniel Cameron is a puppet. He is, oh my God, he is the biggest coon of Coon Nation. Okay. He need to go sit in a African American study class for 365 days because clearly he done forgot how black he is, and I'm waiting on somebody to turn on his
Yes. Beep.
black ass. Okay, I mean when he
Yes.
was up there talking, I was infuriated. I was just like, you cool. That's all I can say. Oh, I'm done. I'm done.
But
I'm done.
no, then he was talking about, mob justice is not justice. How many police officers versus how many people was in that house?
Right.
And let's keep it real now. The boyfriend fired how many times? Once
Once.
at the ground. That's why the officer was hit in the leg, because he was trying to defend his home, not kill someone, not injure someone. Even though he perceived them as an intruder in his own house. He just wanted to keep him and his girl safe.
Right. Okay, Miss Content. Yes, come with the content tonight, okay? Yes, Kyle Rittenhouse is a patriot. Boy, listen, if y'all mofos don't get out to vote between October 12th, depending on where you are,
Right.
but ours here in Georgia is October 12th. That's when early voting begins. I'm going to need for you to get out. And please
Okay.
vote this mofo out.
Vote them all out.
I mean, I have concern as to how far they'll go once Biden is in, but at least the base won't be so riled up. I need y'all to go back into your little cracks and corners like the roaches that you are and mind your own business and fester in there and just die off. Like I can't believe like she said, we've gone back 65 years. Okay. What was the last decade that I said we done reverted back to 19? I think I said 55. We now in 1912. Okay. We
Right,
sharecroppers.
exactly.
We
Exactly. We don't even have a police force. We still have the slave patrol. That's what
right,
we have right now.
right.
And I mean, I don't know where we go from here. I don't know how we recover from this in the long term. You know what I mean? Because who are we? We ain't really safe. Like, you know what I'm saying? Who we supposed to
Mhm.
turn to for help?
Mhm.
We can't defend ourselves because we're wrong. We can't call
Mhm.
for help because then they'll kill us instead
Mhm.
of the reason that we called.
Mhm. Yep. I,
So, okay. So I'm about to repeat an unpopular opinion that I have, but it's relevant. One of the worst things that ever happened to the African American community was desegregation.
mhm. Tell them why. Tell them why.
Because when we were still segregated, the only issue of the segregation was that we didn't have equal access
Mhm.
to their things. But we had our own everything, own police force, own lawyers, doctors, hospitals, schools, businesses, bus companies, transportation services, manufacturers, all of that. All of that.
Mhm. Yep. I used to disagree with your theory, but the more and more that I hear it, the more and more it makes sense. And you're absolutely right. We do need to get back on track where we have our own, because otherwise we'll forever be in the hands of or at the mercy of the less melanin people.
Hmm. The
Hmm.
unmelanated.
Yeah.
And I don't understand, and I say this all the time, I don't understand the hate when we're the ones that have borne the brunt of so much since the creation of this country.
Hmm.
And we don't even hate the way
Hmm.
that they do.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It's not even about trying to get even or anything like that. Bare minimum, all we want is equality and a fair shake. We ain't
Yep.
asking for no handouts, stuff for free or whatever. Just let us have just that worry of making it to work on time. Like, that's how simple it is. Like,
Hmm.
we just want our only concern when we wake up in the morning. Gee, I hope I can make it to work on time. Right now, as black people, we are afraid if we're gonna make it to work at all.
Hmm. Yep. Joy Reid, she was on the Tonight Show earlier this week, and she had said that, and you watch her all the time, so you may have heard her say this, but she was like, I can't call the police. I don't want to call the police. Like if something happens, I don't want to call the police because if something happens, that's going to be on my conscience because now this person could potentially die because of a phone call that I made.
Right.
Mhm.
Right. I mean, because you see it time and time again. Just like when they killed Rayshard Brooks over there at the Wendy's
Mhm.
behind the DUI. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yep.
And so well, you know what we do. I got a call and the lady was clearly Hispanic. And she was like, "Oh my God, the police are behind me. Why are they here?" You know, I was like, "Ma'am, they are just there to make sure that you're safe."
Mhm.
And I didn't even have I didn't even believe what I was saying when I said it, you know.
Wow.
But I had to, assure her because she was broken down on like in the road somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So
The
the
roads were.
yeah, because I can't
Yeah.
remember, but I just remember
It's
her
like a rural
fear.
area.
No, it was just like she was in the road. You know,
Oh,
she
okay.
broke down in the road, so the police had arrived. We didn't dispatch them, but the police arrived just to direct traffic and make sure that she was safe.
Mhm.
But I literally told the woman, like, ma'am, I completely understand. I completely understand your fear. But
Yeah.
and what I told her then, I said, in this moment, they are actually there to make sure that you're safe.
Oh, I felt that.
And that's as much as I could guarantee.
Mhm.
That's as much as I could guarantee. Hey, Miss Stacy, thank you for joining us.
Mhm.
I wanted to go back to something that content pointed out was that they destroyed all the communities we had of our own. Black Wall Street, Seneca Village, the Rosewood, Tulsa, what else? So many different places. Just every time that we were thriving, they destroyed it.
Mhm.
Like, and that's what I don't even understand. Like, we were over there minding our own business, having our own hustle, taking care of our own selves, like not rocking with y'all, not mixing or nothing like that. Like, why you
But
bothering us?
but you got so much hate in your heart that you not happy. You not happy because we're happy.
Exactly. So you come in, destroy our communities, our progress and businesses and everything. And then so now we have to go to yours because ours are gone. And you mad about that too. Like,
Mhm.
what you want us to do?
Right. What do you think about the community that's the black community that's going to be built here in Georgia?
I think that it is a beautiful thing, but I regret that they publicized it
Houseway.
because unfortunately, anytime that black people are pro black and looking to protect black is seen as anti white. It's seen as racist because they're not invited, but it's not barricaded or anything like that. Like, I mean, it it's not gonna last. I am really afraid that it's not gonna last. You know what I mean?
I get
I'm
that.
rooting for them. I
Mhm.
hope that they are able to develop it into what we need. But when it comes to black people, you got two enemies. You have the racists, and then you have the self haters. You have
Mhm.
the yassa bosses, the sambos.
Mhm. The
The ones,
coons, the
yeah,
Dan,
the
the Daniel Cameron.
exactly.
Mhm.
Oh, boss, our house is on fire. We sick today, boss. Like, come on. Come on. I mean, I don't even understand. I have never been able to understand how you can root against somebody that looks like you. And if you think as a black person, there is no way on God's green earth that you done made it to 40, 50 years old and never had an incident of discrimination or abuse simply because of your skin.
Mhm.
Now, maybe you brainwashed yourself into saying, oh, well, maybe I shouldn't have been there. I could have done this differently. But I am so sorry. Like, when we see unmelanated people acting a whole fool on camera, in the police face, everything, and not only do they not get, I mean, they don't die, they're not even arrested.
Yep.
So don't sit here and tell me that, oh, you have to carry yourself a certain way in order to make it out here. No, 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 I'm not buying that.
Mhm.
I'm not buying that. There is no way in the world that we was made individually, but now we have to act like a collective. Like, we can't have a personality. We can't have feelings. We can't feel disrespect because we're black.
Right. They're making it seem like we have absolutely no reason to have any type of grievances about what's going on.
Exactly. And
Oh,
I'm
you are absolutely right, Miss Content. Yes, not a hair on their head is scratched out of place. Nothing. They
and they
get the
get
white
bottles of
glove
water,
treatment. They get the
and
white glove
they get
treatment.
Burger King. They get appreciation. Oh, thank you for being here. That's what they told the little white boy, Kyle Rittenhouse, after he shot those people. And amazingly, the people he shot were actually not even melanated.
Yeah, I was happy. Well, I don't want to say happy, but you know that. Yeah, yeah. I was glad that it wasn't a black person.
And then here's the other thing. So I am not a pro violence person. I'm not one of those, they taking ours, we need to take theirs. But up until recently, those non-violent people like
Mhm.
me, we've had a leg to stand on.
Mhm.
We've had a leg to stand on. I don't I don't have that leg anymore. You know what I'm saying? I don't like I can't say, oh, we shouldn't be doing like well, all I can do is just not participate. That's all I can do. That's the best I can do right now.
That's all that we can do. Cause at a moment's notice, it could be boom gone. Cause they don't care. Like I kind of feel like I don't know who to trust.
Yes. Yes.
Mhm.
That's exactly what it feels like. You know, what I mean, it's just really damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
You know, and now you have police officers being targeted, which they had to have known that would be a byproduct of things like this. I'm not supporting it. You know, I'm not saying, oh, it's cool, it's okay. No, like this is what I'm saying. Like they're not even protecting the police properly.
Right.
Because that's why you have to hold these officers accountable to protect the force as a whole. Because I guarantee you, the two officers that were shot. Well,
Mhm.
I ain't gonna say I guarantee you because they're police officers, but let's say they may not. They may have had an okay record. They may have had an okay record. Like so, it's really not a benefit, for lack of a better word, because I don't think there's a benefit in killing a person or shooting a person. But everybody loses. Everybody's losing right now.
Mhm. But they don't see it that way. They see us as the anarchist. Or what is
Antifa,
no, what is what
Marxists.
no.
No,
It starts with an A. I can't think of the word that he kept saying. I was like, is that even a word?
probably not if you can't
Probably
remember.
not. But yeah, they're not looking at the overall picture. What I am happy about is that with Kentucky, at least they have some type of reform in motion. So at least there's talks. At least there's something coming down the pipeline. Now, can we spread that to the other 49 states?
Girl, good luck
I
with
mean, I'm
that.
I'm just saying. It's just like, ugh, oh no. Are we done talking about this? I'm so drained.
It is draining. It is draining. Like we are citizens of this country,
Mhm. Mhm.
and
Mhm.
according to the law, supposed to be equal
But it's not.
citizens.
Mm-mm. It's not. It's us against them. It'll always be like that. I hope in future generations that it will get better, but we 400 years in it and we ain't got it right yet. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Okay, I'm gonna get to that in a second. Content. Hold on. Let's see. Uh and now we have militias walking the streets. However, they're still treated differently because you have the white militia and everybody just lets them go by like it's, the
Like it's
Macy's
a
parade.
right, like it's a 4th of July parade. Yeah.
Exactly. But when the NFAC coalition or any black militia shows up, so do the police.
It's us against them. There's two justices in this country.
And enough is enough. Like, okay, I'm going to take that down and come back to it. I just
Mhm.
I just thought that the United States had made some progress.
We were fooled. We were bamboozled.
I mean, like,
Like the country is good when we have a Democratic president. Well, a sound environment.
mm,
Nothing like it is now. But it wasn't this. I don't even. It wasn't even this bad when Bush was in office.
that was like more of a financial thing. And then, we had Katrina and 9/11, things like that.
Yeah, so it wasn't he wasn't that bad. Now his daddy, I really don't remember because I was in high school, so I
Yeah,
don't remember. But because Clinton was the first presidential election that I was able to vote in,
yeah.
and from that point,
Okay, go ahead. I was just trying to do the math, so I know I wasn't voting if that was your first one. But
mm-mm.
go ahead. Hey,
um,
Courtney.
but yeah, but from what I can remember, whenever there was a Democratic president, it wasn't as chaotic, it wasn't as stressful. But this right here, I hate watching broadcast news, even though I love it to death. I love it. I enjoy watching or listening to the news, when I'm sitting here working or I'm editing, I'm doing something, I'll have the news on. But with these ads just irk my soul. I'm just like, I don't even want to watch TV. Like, why am I paying cable? Because it's like I can't escape it. And you just cannot. And it's on now. You don't pay. I mean, you don't have the ads for YouTube, but it's on. When you watching streaming services, it's just like, oh, I'm over it. Okay, I'm over. I cannot wait. I cannot wait for this election to be over. I'm ready for. I feel stressed. I'm not a person that stresses out a lot because I just don't allow my mind to go there. But I'm stressed out. I'm stressed the fuck out. Okay.
Yes, and that's what I'm saying. Like, all my life, hold on, I gotta get this blanket out of the way. All my life, I don't ever remember, like, I don't have a historical, like, reference of presidents other than, Bush was in office when 9/11 happened, when Katrina happened, Bill Clinton smoked weed, played a saxophone, and got some head. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's those kind of things. It's not even because, I mean, of course, Barack Obama, the first black president. Okay. But I don't ever remember, like, oh, I can't wait till this person get out of office, or, to where I couldn't be friends with anybody based on their political
Mhm.
preference.
Mhm.
It in these days and times, political preference is a deal breaker.
Mhm.
And it's
Mhm.
never been that before.
No, it's like people don't know how to be. I won't say friends, but at least have conversation across the aisle and respect one another. Now it's just like if I don't agree with you, you know what? F you. I
Yeah.
don't want to have nothing to do with you. You don't want to have nothing to do with me. And oh God, really? You gonna mess with me now?
What? Goldie? Is he gonna make his debut? He finally gonna show up?
Debut. He look like the shaggy dog now.
Oh, he wanna show off now that his haircut done wore out. Hey, Goldie!
Um, yeah, it's just like people don't know how to just be respectful to one another. even if you do disagree across the aisle. And that was one of the biggest things that a lot of people were pointing out about RGB. It's
Yeah.
just like, she didn't agree with a lot of your policies. But for the most part, she knew how to respect you. She knew how to sit down and have a conversation, kiki with you, all that. But there's no level of decorum anymore when it comes to politics. It sucks.
I mean, you talk about RBG. So I was looking at like the history of her friendship with Justice
Yeah,
Scalia.
yeah.
Like they run around here making whole Norman Rockwell kind of photo shoots on their friendship. Like
Going
that could
on
never,
trips.
yeah,
Yep.
that
Mhm.
could never happen now. Like, oh yes, me and this 45 supporter, we're going for beers. Like glass bottles. Not gonna happen. No, that's not a good idea. But okay, so let's address this point about Orange gonna try to offer us the platinum plan, aka the 40 acres and a mule to pacify us and get reelected. So if you don't know, let me take the thing down. Okay, went down. But he has this pro-black plan where he's designating the KKK as a terrorist group along with Antifa. And he's supposed to be creating jobs for black people and donating to HBCUs and blah blah
Because
blah.
he's the only president ever to do this much for the black community, right?
Except for Abraham Lincoln. Hi, Miss Cruiser.
Gets under my skin. I swear to God. I swear to
But
God.
let me tell you who gets up under my skin, because I deleted some people today on my Facebook page behind that. Like, oh, he's my president. And like, first of all, um, this is what he's saying. He ain't did nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody can get up at the podium and say some stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and that one sure do.
Oh, yeah, all day.
Oh, do.
What he done for
And
the
I
last 3.5 years?
guarantee you that he ain't enacting that plan before November 3rd. I bet you he ain't gonna do that. He just gonna tell you that just about 40 some odd day or 38 days before the election. So that in case you were wavering, you'll go that way. But to no, no, we're not buying that. That's not gonna work for us.
I cannot. I cannot. And he hitting the trail hard.
Girl. Oh.
Hard. No. Okay, so on CNN today, there was a reporter that had gone to like his last rally. And I don't know if you've seen it, but somebody had altered um remember the interview with Harry Belafonte and he went to sleep?
Hmm.
So they photoshopped it and made it seem like it was Biden in that interview, right?
This what we on.
Right. And so the reporter had asked the supporter, who was a redneck at its finest.
Okay.
He was like, what do you think about this interview? He was like, yeah, he went to sleep. He went to sleep. He was like, yeah, but do you know that this is an altered interview? This is not Biden. This is actually, so he showed them both of them. This fool gonna say, well, I wouldn't put it past her. The proof is right that they do not. I don't understand why is it that they cannot just admit shit. Yeah, we fucked that. Oh, my bad. You know what?
Hi,
They wrong for
Bonnie.
that. I don't
I mean,
understand.
I'm with you. I'm with you. I am so lost. Like, this man can literally say, I woke up and had pancakes this morning. And then they will turn and say, that's not what he said. He said he had sausage. He thought about pancakes. What?
Right.
This is on tape. This is on tape. Live. Live.
Right. But nothing that they've said, even though it is on record, is actually being held to to the stand. They're not being held to it. Lindsey Graham. Really? Really? Oh my God. Like I just can't. I just can't. I can't.
And he really get up there. I'm getting killed. He's killing me. You deserve it. It's your policies. It's who you support.
Hmm.
You stirred the pot. Enjoy the food, bro. I ain't got nothing for you. And I am so sorry. That's what you got? We should vote for you because you feel sorry for yourself? That's all you got to come with? You ain't even talk about, oh, I'm a much better politician. These are my policies. Blah, blah. You ain't got nothing. No agenda, no nothing.
Because
Just
people like
emotion.
him. Because people like him. Oh, they really like me. Why is he always here?
Girl,
I'm gonna need you to keep your monkey ass out of Atlanta, okay? And who is these coons?
flag
Who
on the plate.
was them coons at
No,
the
first of all,
convention?
let's talk about the fact that he went to, okay, so y'all, let me give you some perspective because I know most of y'all are not from Georgia. This man came down here to have the Black empowerment presentation or whatever in Cobb County. Okay,
One of the most racist counties here in the metro.
with the worst police force.
Hmm.
So he no. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Y'all, okay, most of y'all from Carolina, let me tell you. It would be the equivalent of instead of going to North Carolina A&T, you go to UNCG to talk about Black empowerment. Y'all feel me? Aggie Pride, by the way. But anyways, no, they know. They know. They know what that is. But I mean, mm-mm. And I don't know why. Well, we know why. Because he's trying to steal an election. So
Hmm.
why not come to the state of the governor who stole an election?
You just popped up in your head.
It just did. It just did.
I mean, and it was a lot of people in there. It wasn't packed, but it was enough in there. I was just like, who are these people? Well, I mean, not who are they, but y'all have money. For those who
Yes. Carry on.
for those who have money, that those are the ones that are for him.
Exactly.
But
So
you can still get your house rent up in because you used
exactly.
to screw a drug dealer and still get killed because you're black. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Exactly. So the black people, y'all, that don't know, the black people that were in attendance are in the very suburbs that 45 is constantly talking about protecting and keeping black and brown people out of. That's where they
Hmm.
live.
Hmm.
And you know housing projects in Cobb County, okay? Ain't no low
No, they
income.
tore them down because everything on Franklin Road. Oh, excuse me, Franklin Exchange. Okay.
Gentrified.
Yeah. Hmm. But it was kind of bad over there. I ain't gonna even lie.
Girl, bad. That's just
You couldn't catch me over there during the day.
yes, he always picked historical dates in Black history early on his election events. Just like he had that first rally in Tulsa. Like
Hmm.
on was it on it was initially gonna be on Juneteenth. But
But he
he
changed because he got so much backlash.
yeah.
Hmm.
Like, But I just got to give a shout out to the room. Hello, sisters. Hello, sisters. We got some black girl magic going on. Black women, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? I'm glad y'all here. How y'all
Yes.
feeling? Cause
Glad you're here.
some of y'all came in late, so we started out talking about Breonna Taylor and how we are exhausted. How y'all doing?
Like he is really laying here like a baby.
Girl, that is your baby.
Look, really?
yes, I'm loving it.
I,
Hi, Goldie.
I cannot.
He probably smelled whatever you ate earlier. I
Excuse
know you
me.
smell like food.
No, I had a vegan chicken sandwich earlier.
Oh, okay. You made it or you got it? What's that? Slutty vegan?
No,
Oh.
it's frozen.
Oh, okay.
I'm over it. I'm so over it. I'm just ready for the anxiety to kind of settle down. And please don't let this, God, if you hear our cry, Lord, don't let this man get reelected. Please. I mean, voter turnout is going to be extraordinary anyway,
Yes.
but please, please, God, watch over the polls. Not the polls, but
Election in
the
itself.
election in itself. Yes,
And then
we
this
don't
fool talking about not having a peaceful transfer of power.
transition. Hmm.
Uh and he done got up here and called the military suckers and losers, but them the very same people he looking to protect him if he loses. Sir, let me tell you who is gonna protect you. Them very same officers is gonna come and put them cuffs on you.
Think he going to jail once he out?
Oh, that's right. He going. He going. First of all, sister girl up there in New York. Oh, baby, she coming for him. She just waiting. She gonna be there on November 4th. Like, come on, sir. Come on, sir. I was waiting for you, and I know you have a gold toilet, so I got you the gold cuffs. And look, the suit is orange. It matches your skin. Get 'em, sis.
Not
Girl.
that's why when he's reelected, he's making Juneteenth a federal holiday. Massa is so good to us.
Right. And again, key word when he's reelected. And let's keep it 3,000. Bro, that's irrelevant
Let's
because
keep it funky.
keep it funky. All the way funky. Um, Biden has already said he's gonna make Juneteenth a national holiday. That's already in the works. And then, 45 up here trying to get this judge through. He announced her today. I didn't watch it because the Georgia game was on, but I wasn't gonna watch him anyway on no Saturday. I took a day off, and I'm not about to use no brain cells to listen to him lie to me again. I ain't got to do that. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Hmm.
I ain't got to do that.
I was laughing when the Cuban, is she Cuban American?
Who?
The other person that was supposed to have been considered.
Oh, I'm not sure.
I looked, I was like, Cuban, she ain't gonna get in. Mm-mm.
Child, this is just okay. Okay, let me. How to what they say? Use your words, beloved. All right, let me use my words. Let me use my words because I'm losing my words, y'all. How my Georgia dogs doing? We won today. It was an ugly start, but a beautiful finish. But real, how? Okay, I keep asking this, and we have yet to reach an answer. How do we come back from this as a country? Not just black people, but the country as a whole. Because I have never seen it this divided since before desegregation. And I wasn't there, but I'm just saying.
You had heard.
Yeah, I heard how it was. But I mean, really, how are we gonna recover?
The only way that we can really recover is if people are willing to open their eyes and admit that there is a problem. That's one step. But if you keep walking around with blinders on and just refusing to acknowledge that there's an issue, we're going to still be in the same place.
And I think, and the oddest thing is that why are we like beholden to such a small number of people, a minority of people?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because the ones that are really that racist, hateful, it's not as many as it feels. They're just in the wrong positions. That's what the issue is. Because if they were,
Really?
oh,
Because it
absolutely,
feel like it's a whole trove of them out there.
girl, they just band together. They just
Is
band
that what it
together.
is?
You always see them in a group.
Because it seemed like at all his rallies, I'm just like, where all these people come from? Matter of fact, Lilia told me the other day that she and her mom were going down the street in Sandy Springs, and it was a straight up Trump parade. Ooh,
What?
45 parade. where those big old huge flags that they be riding around in their trucks with
Yeah.
that say 45. She said it was just car after car after car after car, flags everywhere. And I was like, "In Sandy Springs?" She was like, "Yes, by the mall." I was like, "What? Are you serious?" She was like, "Yes."
So Bonnie saying that's a lot of them. So I I think that they go with what is allowed. That's what I really believe. Like he's made it popular. He's made it cool to be this way. I think that prior to they were one offs, few and far between, or kind of, they were closet racists.
Yeah, roaches.
And yeah, but he brought them out. And he's like,
Mhm.
oh, and so they're realizing that they're not alone.
Mhm.
So they're banding together now. Like, hey, you hate black people? Me too. Come on, let's go.
Like, I don't understand. Like, how the generational racism needs to stop.
And I don't even understand why it's still continuing. Why is it still continuing? Why are black people still having to say that Black Lives Matter and explain why we're saying that Black Lives Matter? Like in 2020,
In 2020.
I could see if this was slavery days when black people were looked at as property, and now you have to explain, no, these are not property, they're actually human beings, they have feelings, cut them, they bleed, they're animals, or well, I guess that was a transition we had to do too. But in 2020, and at this point, there is nobody in the United States of America who is not benefiting from something that a black person has done, invented, created.
That part. Matter of fact, I don't have you seen this commercial? I had to rewind it like a couple of times. It's a doctor that's running for office. I can't remember which one here in Georgia. And he was like, and I graduated from the School of Morehouse. I was like, did he say that? Because it was a white man.
Okay. Okay, that's what I was like.
And I was like, what? He sure is standing by them little colored men's.
Yeah,
Okay.
he got in there and on the affirmative action thing.
Right. I was just like,
He, because that's what they do though. They
mm-hmm,
go to HBCUs and get on minority scholarships.
mm-hmm, mm,
I found that out at the HBCU.
yeah. I don't know. It's we got to do better. We as a country, as human beings, we just got to do better. I like I said, I don't know who to trust because I have a lot of, especially with everything that's been going on that you see in California.
Mm-hmm.
Like I have a very diverse group of friends back home, and sometimes I look at them like I see something that they'll say, and I be like, I need to keep one eye open on you,
Mm-hmm.
cause you always find out people's true colors around election time. Cause I know when Obama won for his first term, oh, I cut so many people out. As one girl was just like, "Oh, the world is going to hell," and I was just like, "What? What?" Oh no! I mean, quite a few people I had to cut out.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, "Oh no, mm-mm. Oh no."
And I'm gonna tell you, so the craziest ones can put up a pro 45 post or an anti Black Lives Matter post,
Hmm.
and then turn around and put up Outcast lyrics, or that they're listening to that on YouTube. Like, so you kind of hate Black lives and they don't matter until they make music that makes you move. Cause I guarantee you, you didn't get that from anybody with without any melanin in their skin. You had to get that. Not only is it produced by melanated people, you had to hear it from melanated people.
Right. I was gonna say something. I forgot, but this is crazy. This is crazy. This on the Kenny Burns show, this one lady who was 80 years old, 81, she called in, and this was right after the verdict, same day as the verdict, and she was like, "I have never seen anything this bad in my entire life." So Kenny was like, "Whoa, y'all, she's saying something.
Right.
She survived the civil rights era, and for her to come on here and say that she has never seen anything like this before, it's unprecedented."
And I think that the biggest, what do I want to call it? So in the civil rights era, we were fighting to have laws put in the books. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
On our behalf, fighting for our rights, literally.
Mhm.
It's 2020. We're still waiting for those to be applied. Like they're there, right there. You know,
Mhm.
14th, 15th Amendment, but
Mhm.
all justice for all. Like that's the biggest issue. Is that yes, we're calling for reform, especially criminal justice reform, policing reform, all of those reforms of that nature, but we're also waiting for application of the law that's in the books.
Right.
I can't. Like I'm
Like you're
losing my
verklempt.
words.
There's nothing more it's nothing you can say. Like
I mean,
like really, I'm at a loss for words.
yes. Yes, it's an absolute loss of words. It's too many battles. We're fighting too many things.
At one time.
Because we're fighting racism, we're fighting systemic racism, we're fighting the police and their, need for reform, retraining, and reallocation because you don't need to be in our communities if you don't know us. But
Mhm.
and then of course we still have the pandemic, and then you have the 45 effect on all of that. And then
Mhm.
on top of it, we still got to fight the people that look like us, the people that got the same melanin in their skin as we do. It's too much.
Too much. Too much. Too fast. All at one time. And I know that with us being cooped up in the house is not helping the situation either. It's like these folks, y'all need to be walking around amongst all of us so that you need to get used to this. We're here.
Right.
We're not going anywhere.
And maybe that it is a side effect of COVID-19 and the quarantine and things like that, so that we have gotten not only removed from each other as a community, but as a country. So now they're only seeing themselves,
Mhm.
and they forgot about us and forgot how much, not just fun, but how critical we are to this country, and why in 2020 are unmelanated people still telling us to go back where we came from? Baby, we was born here now. What are you talking about? Go
Right.
back where who came from?
Right. You go back where you came from.
Okay, because you have a region. You know, black people are the original people. So where we going back to? Because guess what? If we go to Asia, we at home. If we stay here, we at home. If we go to Canada, we at home. Any
Mhm.
continent, what are you saying? We ain't come from the mountains.
Right. Silly.
Okay. Okay.
Silly.
I'm sorry. I'm y'all. I'm upset. I'm upset, and I don't know what the solution is. Like for me, I can deal with difficult times when I know what the path is out of it. But I don't know how we come back from this. I don't know how it gets better. Hopefully, step one is a new regime. Get this person out of office.
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
Get these enablers out of office as well.
That's exactly what they are, enablers.
Restore stability and humanity
Mhm.
to
Mhm.
leadership in this country. Restore leadership. How about
Yep.
that?
Yep.
Can we get a leader in this country and give us equality and justice for all?
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
say this every time I talk about it. All means all. That's it. That's it. I don't want to hear nothing about, oh, they were a criminal, blah blah. Okay, we have a judicial system in place in this country to determine the fate of the criminals.
Right.
All I'm saying is get them to jail.
That's it.
Step one, get them to jail.
And I ain't talking about no just a couple of months or a couple of years. No, give them the amount of time that they deserve. The same time that we would get. Y'all need to get that too. Period.
And uh police officers can still be criminals too. That
Right.
that badge does not make them immune from criminal infractions.
Right. Who Chris Rock said, why are there even bad apples in the bunch?
Exactly. That's kind of a job where there can't be any bad apples.
Right.
And then this is the thing. Okay, so black people have this habit. Whenever we see a black person acting up, we gonna tell them real quick, nigga, you need to cut that out. Why the
Mhm.
police can't do the same thing?
Cuz they're trained. Get down. Cuz they're trained. They're trained to systematically they're trained that way. And I think that was one of the things that drove my sister to go out. Because right before she went out on medical leave before she had made her decision to leave. But before that is when she overheard a coworker make a racist comment,
Mm,
and one of her other coworkers overheard it and called him out on it. And so she said one day the pressure was just mounting so high on her that she went into her captain's office and just bawled. And so I was just like, girl, you ain't built for this. You one of us, girl. You ain't built for this. This is not, I mean, mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. Like you said, you're messing it up and you're messing it up not only for us citizens, but you're messing it up you're making your own self look bad. And especially when you don't have you're not calling each other out.
exactly.
Just like with the incident with the guy, the most recent incident in Clayton County,
Hmm.
how that one black officer was just standing there. You couldn't intervene some kind of way. Hey man, go ahead and get up something. Instead, you trying to get somebody to turn off their camera,
Yeah.
which I did learn. So you know the lady that was the little crackhead was like, "You about to lose your job."
Yeah.
So for some unknown reason, something told me to follow the breadcrumbs related to that video. And the officer, he one of his best friends made a video and he was in it. So he was just like, this is a cool dude, and I'm not just saying that because I know him, but he seemed like a very cool person. Because in the video you could kind of see him laughing, right? So he explained that yeah, it was funny. He was like, but he also said that pull out your phone, record. You have every right to do so. And he was just like, if just he was like, police officers need to understand that they need to keep calm. They need to, in order for them, in order for the suspect or the perpetrator, the whoever is in custody or in handcuffs or being detained, as long as you keep calm, they'll remain calm. And so he said, because that situation, because if I was a hothead, that whole situation could have gone completely wrong. Like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, I'm about to lose my job. Oh, let me tell you what I'm gonna do to you. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? So you got, they don't have thick skin. I think it's a position of power that gets to them, and they feel like that they could do and run amok all that they want, and again with no consequences, because you could run around freely and kill somebody and not pay the price for nothing.
Right. And then the message of that with Breonna Taylor is don't miss.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that's what we get from that.
Mhm.
Don't miss and you good. Again, and we're gonna get up out of here. But a jury saw fit to give the family, rightfully so, a $12 million settlement for wrongful death by the police department.
Mhm.
But there's no officers involved in the wrongful death.
Mhm.
Just
A pure contradiction
and we're just getting justice for the wall.
for
That's
the
it because
wall,
the wall was
because the
shot
white tenant resident was the
was on the
one.
other side.
Yeah. Mhm. White walls for white walls.
Drywall matters. Like
Yeah. I agree with you, William. The whole thing, just throw it away. Just throw the whole thing away.
exactly,
Get rid of who is
exactly.
in there now and just rebuild.
But that
Oh,
could be difficult, even if what you done threw the dog on the floor.
Lord. He fell.
That's what you're gonna go with. That's like
It's my bad.
that is the typical domestic abuse answer. Oh, I just fell. I just bumped my head on the cabinet. Poor Goldie.
Oops, my bad. He'll be all right.
But even if Biden is elected um, in November, he's still going to face an uphill battle
Oh,
when it
yeah.
comes to anything he wants to do, and
Everything.
especially if they don't get Mitch McConnell out.
It's, because I want to say the lady that's gunning for his
I
seat.
want to. Is that Amy McGrath?
I want to
Is
say
that
that
who?
that's
Okay.
her. But is she gay?
Don't give me the line.
Oh, it came right on up.
Ooh,
I didn't even have to finish everything.
go back.
Um, yeah, Amy McGrath.
On
That's
a side note, foodie, BK has a vegan breakfast sandwich. That was a comment that I missed from Miss Bonnie.
I don't. Only thing I do from Burger King is the Impossible Burger, and I barely do that now.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's good, but I could go get something better.
See,
So yeah,
everybody loves Goldie. Look. Oh, hey Goldie, thank you for cheering us up. Yes, Goldie the pimp.
please don't. Please don't.
I love it.
Why? That's so hood.
That's probably why I love it.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Let's see. All right, I'm
No,
just
I
going
don't
to
think.
the picture.
No, I don't think. Is she gay? No, she isn't.
I know. Okay, I was gonna say I know there was one that is running, but
No, but come on, Amy. I need you to get them votes, man. Get his ass out of there.
okay,
Why
Kentucky,
he
South
ain't
Carolina,
dead yet?
girl.
He's 78.
Okay, Biden is knocking right there
Yeah,
with
but
it.
he more
So,
spry
oh,
than
that's what we're gonna
McConnell.
go with. And he got a little extra life because he got, you get an extra
The
life for
turkey
each
neck.
kin. Yeah. That holds life right there. That's how he stays alive.
I just can't believe that these people who are married to other nationalities are acting the way that they are.
Yes, ma'am. That,
Like,
like we can't see y'all.
right,
Like it's never gonna come up who your wife is or what nationality she is.
right. It's just like, come on, you don't have a conscience. Like your kid, does he have kids? I'm sure he got kids, but your kids are mixed. Like I don't get it. Like I really don't get it. I wish I would get with somebody and then they act like that towards my race. Look at here.
Okay.
Oh no, we are. There would be none of that.
No.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
That just goes to show you what type of power they have in that household or how much they have conformed to their husbands.
Mm. All right, we're gonna have to save that one for another episode. Don't do that. I see it with the plank. But all right, we're gonna get up out of here. Thank you everybody that tuned in. But before we go, I would be remiss. I'm digging the new frames. As promised, new week, new frames. Okay, boo.
I'll have some more next week.
I already know. I already know. But all right, family, we are getting up out of here. We hope you enjoyed the show. I know it's a little heavy, but it's just one of them weeks, y'all. But stay black, stay strong, stay beautiful, and no matter what, know your melanin is magic, okay? Y'all have a good week. We do this every week, or have a good weekend and a good week. We'll see you next weekend, 8:30, same bat time, same bat channel. Thank you, Miss Levy.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, Goldie. Bye, y'all.